All right, talking to business plans, we're back, part 2 with AJ Lucio. Already gone over your story, so this is the fun part where we actually talk about reffing and your fans' questions. You ready, my friend?
Let's do it.
All right. So let's start off. Refereeing. Gosh, the responsibilities of a referee in the ring. I don't think that fans, even though the curtain's been pulled back and kayfabe is technically over, I don't think the fans really understand the responsibilities of a referee in a ring because it goes well beyond just counting 1, 2, 3. Let's start off with the safety because let's be honest, you're usually the first guy to know if someone gets hurt in the ring.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these guys are putting, in a lot of ways, their safety in your hands. Big responsibility, my friend.
Yeah. One of the things that Ashcraft went over with me when he was kind of showing me the basics of it was whenever you're dealing with a hurt guy, just to make the X point at whoever it is that's hurt. I remember using it when Jay Best got hurt in one of his matches. I think he took like a hip toss or something with his hip or his knee, got messed up, and I was calling for help. Like we ended the match, we took it home, and X sign, and then I kind of felt bad. There's a little bit of a funny story behind it because I could tell Jay was in a lot of pain. I'm actually getting a little bit annoyed, like, what's the point of doing this damn X sign? Help's not gonna freaking come out here. And I turn around and Banyan's right there. Like, oh, okay, never mind, I'm sorry.
But it is, again, the safety and, gosh, I can think back just this last year of beer and bruises for you guys. A big X thrown up during the main event. Yep. Big X thrown up during the main event. And I remember literally jumping out of my seat. I didn't know how Mike got up. From that particular move, I was like, oh my gosh, thankfully Sharpie was right on top of it, threw the X up. But that's it. They finished the match. Mm-hmm. They come back down the ramp and finish the match.
Mike is one of the toughest guys I'll ever meet. He's also one of the best too. He's a real good dude.
A lot of respect for him, and as I was giving him absolute crap all over Twitter, I remember the first time we met, he's like, oh, please, keep it up. Keep it up. Do it. And I was like, wow, a lot of respect for that feud he had with Silvio. I think I said it on another show, it was brother versus brother is the way I felt about that particular match going into it. And it was a really special night. But also, when we talk about the responsibilities, we got to talk about the communication. Because a lot of times, especially you're working on TV, you've got that mic in. What are you hearing? Because I mean, that's got to be something all of itself.
One example, some of it's just being messed with. Other times, more often than not, it's legit serious stuff like 6 minutes, 2 minutes, go home, tell them to do this, tell them to do that, just passing messages from the back. Every now and then, not going to name names, but when a certain someone gets a hold of the radio in the back, there was one particular night I got spear tackled, and I guess it looked pretty gruesome when I went down, because in the earpiece I could hear, and AJ's dead.
I already know who had to be on the mic that night, so we're not going to say anything about that.
It was bad though, because like I took the spear tackle and I hear that, but I'm trying not to break out laughing, so I go like this, and I couldn't help it. Yeah.
Well, I've always said, again, being a mark, the best refs to me are the ones that you don't notice until you need to notice. And when they need to be part of the match, they're part of the match. And when they don't need to be part of the match, you don't notice them in the ring, and the guys are doing and telling the story. So there's an art form to it.
Yeah, a lot of, I guess just a lot of experience and learning really kind of helped me get to that part at least. About a month ago, one of the guys came up to me after the match. It was a triple threat. I want to say it was Rump, Bud Dwight, and Leon.
Okay.
I think they were all good guys, but it was a triple threat going on. Afterward, one of them came up to me and he was like, I didn't even know you were the referee till you were counting the 1, 2, 3. You've done a really good job just kind of staying out of the way, letting the wrestlers do their thing.
And that's an important part. The Hebners, to me, when I think of refereeing, I always think of the Hebners because they weren't part of the show until it was their time. They would have, let's say, a part where they were being distracted by the heel, And at that point, JR, oh my gosh, he's in the face of Hebner, da-da-da-da. When they needed to be part of what was going on, it was there, but otherwise you never knew they were in the actual ring itself. It's like you could almost just envision them out. Mm-hmm. And that's always an honorable thing. Fans, I gotta get to this because we've got literally a page full of questions that you guys sent us.
Oh, man.
Yeah, AJ, you know it's coming. But to me, this is the fun part. So let's go into this. And actually, we're going to start with Chris Sharp. Because Chris goes, he wants me to look at you and go, who do you think you are? What gives you the right? I have no idea what this rib is, folks, but Sharpie, I know you're somewhere in Clearwater right now. You just saw Ron Simmons. You asked me to ask, so I did my job. And then, okay, we got to get to the next question. So, there's this OVW fan who happens to be my tag buddy for life by the name of Virgil.
Yep.
And Virgil, I love you to death. He had some great questions for you. Let's start off with a real question. How many concussions have you had in the ring?
I'm not too sure. I haven't gone to get looked at, but were you there that night that I got hit with the steel chair?
Yes, I was.
After the show was over, I asked Dapper Dan, did you ever play baseball growing up? He said, no, just t-ball. I was like, well, it's kind of a shame. You could have had a hell of a home run career. I was joking, like, holy crap, he thought he was Mark McGuire in there or something.
I could imagine Dan does not know his own strength.
No,
After having meeting him, he has no idea.
No, he doesn't know his own strength. He's one strong too.
Okay, so Virgil had a couple more questions for you. There's one here that says, how did your date with Nutty Nancy go? Who's Nutty Nancy? Is there something I need to know about here?
It wasn't a date. It was, she had a match against, I think, the Amazing Maria.
Okay.
One night at OVW. I don't even know if she won or lost. I just know she went to the announce table. I think she was messing with Ron Head afterward.
Okay.
I had to physically restrain her, like pick her up. She's kicking and screaming, making a big scene. I had a cardio workout, just holding her in place, trying to take her to the freaking back locker room.
Oh,
that was like the hardest cardio I'd ever had in months at that point. I was like, damn, I really need to get back on the treadmill.
Well, he had another question, speaking about referees. Can you hook a brother up with a new hot referee? So there's a new referee in OVW. Let's talk about her. And her name is?
Jessie.
Jessie. Well, Virgil seems to like. So, how long has Jessie been in the business?
She was in, not this past talent showcase, but the one before it. She wrestled Hana.
Okay.
It was actually a really entertaining match, and I think Jessie won her match too.
Excellent. So, Jessie, I know you're a new follower to the actual page, so you got a question in, and stay away from Virgil. He has plenty of women in his harem. You don't want to get near him. So, all right, next up is Mitchell Adams, and, God, Mitch, where this stuff comes from. When you get knocked out, do you see stars and little birds fly around your head? Where do you come up with this stuff, Mitch? Oh my gosh. Now, this is a man that wears a tutu. We know this.
Yeah.
So, okay.
There was one night, I don't remember what the bump was. I want to say it was a choke slam, but I got up. I wasn't seeing stars, but I got up and I was kind of getting up and about. I thought I was late for work, like my day job at UPS, and it's like, what the hell oh my god, never mind.
Oh, gee.
Apparently it looked gruesome enough that I actually had a couple fans text me, dude, are you okay? Like,
Oh,
that
wow.
That's
That's how you know you took a good bump.
Yeah.
He also has a question in here. Does Shane Andrews and Randy Royal shave each other before matches? I'm not allowing AJ to answer that. Shane, love y'all to death, former TTB alumni. And there's, if you don't know, please go back and watch the show. Shane is very particular about hair. We're not going to go there. I don't want to know if you've actually seen. No! And I am a bad boy for life. Please don't take me the wrong way. I don't want to know that answer, AJ. Okay. Sounds good. Well, Virgil then throws in another question. have you ever caught Josh Ashcraft and Casey Reeves doing naughty things in the shower?
Well, the shower has a closed door. Like, I mean, it's part of the bathroom, so if they've done anything behind the closed door, I don't know about it.
Virgil, Lord help you! Seriously? I know you have a man crush on Casey Reeves, but my God, I don't want to know that kind of stuff. Could you imagine even Josh? The thought of Josh Ashcraft getting this. Oh, God bless.
Well, there goes my appetite.
I'm serious. I need more beer. Okay, so actually, you have a real question now from Hayden. Let's start off because he actually has some good questions. Obviously, first of all, your favorite fans. You're a babyface ref. Who are your favorite fans in the OVW arena?
Well, my girl and her family are always there every week, and then I also really like when I walk through the curtain and I hear Hayden, Wendy, Brianna. They're all chanting my name. Sometimes I see a gorilla man. I think his real name's Scott, the guy that's got the mask.
The assassin, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I have several people that I try to keep an eye out for.
Ah, awesome. Now, okay, Hayden actually goes from there and he wants to know, what's your favorite good guy to work with in the ring?
Right now, Big John.
Big John. Okay, and favorite heel? Who calls that match where you almost have to do nothing, you can just sit back and it's really an enjoyment to work with?
Devin Driscoll.
Devin Driscoll. Excellent, excellent.
Were you there for the SMS when Big John and Driscoll had the TV title?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Remember that ovation when Big John won?
Oh my gosh, the place erupted.
Yeah.
It was absolutely
I thought
insane.
the roof was going to come off the place. That was...
There was only 2 times I've been in the Davies Arena where I thought that the crowd reaction was just off the chain. The night December 5th, when the Silvio section threw the streamers into the ring for the main
I
event.
remember that.
And then Big John, Devin Driscoll, when Big John finally wins the TV title. There is no doubt, those are the 2 times when I felt literally the place was going to just come down.
I was talking to my girl too. I was like, wow, it's kind of weird. Like, up until then, I thought the loudest one I was ever going to hear was when Danny and Conway beat the Outcasts and OVW lived to see another week. But it was nothing compared to what I heard when my hand hit the 3 count and Big John was the new TV champ. Like, I just counted the 3, but my adrenaline was going.
Oh, and I don't think people... There have been such a build-up over the past year of John himself as a character, and what he had gone through. I always say, don't give me a 1-week story, don't give me a 2-week story. Give me a 6-month story, and I'll get emotionally invested. I think that night the fans were emotionally invested into that story. It had been told really well over a 3-4 month period. They watched John go to a certain period, and it finally, there was that reward at the end. And when that reward happened, that's when it blows up.
There were a lot of things that just went right with that. I talked to a lot of fans outside of OVW, and they all hate Josh Ashcraft, they all hate Devin Driscoll.
Yeah, most
So
definitely.
you have 2 of the most hated guys in OVW, you have one of the most loved guys in OVW, and the good guys taking away the bad guys' belt. That's incredible.
It really was, and it was a great thing. So, Hayden, thank you so much for the questions. Wendy wants to know your thoughts on the circus.
They're an interesting group of characters.
No,
Little Damien? I mean, oh my God, don't even get me started
Oh
on that.
my gosh. I actually, to be honest with you, and this is being totally honest, of course we've had the Van Zandt Family Circus on the show. Having Rook on the show one time went through our heads just because we thought it was going to be, but now it's little Damien. I can't say that I've actually saw him joining the family, but it has been something else.
I didn't think he would do it either, but then like when he actually did and they got the collar around his neck and everything, I'm like, it works too perfectly.
It really does. It really does. It adds a complete another level to the circus all of its own. So Wendy,
he's another one who's one of my favorites to work with. Just the way he is in the ring, and then when he like stumbles and then does the flare flop.
Oh jeez.
He's entertaining.
To say the least.
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah.
So okay, you actually got a question from the legendary Joe Slack. And if those who don't know Joe, and if you're not watching OVW, the saying is you don't make it in OVW until the legendary artist himself, Joe Slack, makes a drawing. That's when you know you've made it. Joe wants to know, can you count above 3? Or is 3 when it stops, and that's just how far you can count? Good question.
I think 3 is about where it stops.
3 is about where it stops. You're not going to go above that?
1, 2, 3.
Joe, you got your answer. You wanted to pick on him. You wanted to know. You got your answer. It's right at 3. Now, then I get one from the ringmaster himself, speaking of the circus. Who gave Toby a rock for a going away present? What in the world does that mean?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh my gosh. See, this is what happens when you don't let me in on the ribs. I don't know what's going on, Remaster, but I did ask your question. And then I get one from Mary Jo. And Mary Jo says, let's see, big fan. What is your favorite Halloween costume? And have you ever been photographed at a Halloween Express wearing a CM Punk full bodysuit? By the way, Diaper Dan says, no man cuts promos on Diaper Dan and lives to tell about it. Would you like to explain the actual story here, AJ? That's kind of weird. I get picked on about my Kevin Steen fascination. You wore a CM Punk bodysuit?
It was at the Halloween store. I was with my girlfriend and one of my friends. My friend was looking at some costumes and she wanted a second opinion. And I was just wandering around and I brought Cassie to meet her just so they're cool. All 3 of us are wrestling fans, or we love the business, and they both find this CM Punk costume. It's got all the tattoos, the straight edge, except up here it's missing like the Pepsi one, it had something else, and the other tattoo, I think it was the G.I. Joe, it had something else too. They were like, go try it on, and I'm like, no, hell no. And I don't know why. I guess we were just goofing off. We were having fun at the Halloween Express store.
You put it on, didn't you?
Fine. Yeah.
Are there photos?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Oh my
well,
God.
The thing is, you can't really see it's me because I got my face like that to it. It was bad.
I'm gonna make a suggestion. Please don't ever show that photo to James Matheny because my God.
I actually forgot I had that picture up until we had this discussion, so I might go back in my phone and try to erase it.
Don't ever show it to James Matheny. You'll have an unhealthy relationship that you really don't want to deal with. He has this fascination with CM Punk. It's kind of scary. It's really unhealthy. I don't quite get it. But saying which, Mr. Dapper Dan wanted to say he loved you. So, everyone, great questions. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go into this. If I'm a promoter and I'm watching this, and I'm lucky enough to say I've got 3, 4, 5 promoters who actually watch the show, and I want to get AJ Lucio in my ring. I want him counting 1, 2, 3. How do I get a hold of AJ Lucio?
You can reach me on my Twitter, my Facebook. I think I have my email listed on my Facebook as well, my business email.
Okay. Which is?
alucio13@hotmail.com.
Okay.
I check that almost daily. I like to think I keep pretty good track of it, but every now and then some stuff does slip by me, I guess.
Gotcha.
I'm always on my Facebook. There's always a couple fans messaging me. I steadily talk to Hayden, Gorilla Man, and Wendy.
Okay.
Pretty frequently.
Awesome.
So
awesome. Well, fans, this was part 2. We've got a 3rd part coming out to you, and again, this is being the last interview for Talking the Business. We wanted to give you something special, so we got something really kind of different for part 3. I do want to give a couple of shout outs and remind you guys, thank you so much for everything. When we started this, we were going to be excited if we had 50 views, and then we interviewed some guy named James Kendrick on the very first show. Next thing you know, we've got 400 views, and it's blown up since then. And of course, you guys have led to the point where we will be debuting at the 2nd week of April on Podbean, so be on the lookout. You know that's a free subscribe. Download it on your phone. Be on the lookout for KC&DAVE Talking the Business. We're excited. Actually, we'll have a video coming out next week announcing the exact date and who our first interview is going to be. So thank you so much. So this 3rd part we're going to record here real soon is directly for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. AJ, this has been a blast. Are you ready for part 3?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do this. So, for KC, AJ, Dave, only as I can say, deuces.